What's up, party people? It's KeysDAN with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you can have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. The people need to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Let me entertain you. Make your next thing a big one. Speaking of entertainment, today on the program, the return of CJ, Codi Jean Wallace, singer, songwriter, mom, so much more, promoter, foundation starter-upper. She wants to help people in the community. You're going to find out a little bit more about that in the next few minutes, so stick around. This week's shows, I'm back at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas, the Video Dance Party Karaoke Jam. Last week, I was at a wedding at the Point Remove Brewery in Morrilton, Arkansas, last Friday night. So I had to have somebody cover for me at the Rab in Conway. I got a lot of messages, hey, I think they did a pretty good job, but I got a lot of messages that people missed me at the Rab in Conway. So I'm going back. I'm back, baby. My usual Friday night gig, 8 p.m. until 12:30 in the AM. And then on Saturday, I have a birthday party in Conway, Arkansas, heading towards Morrilton. But unless you're invited, you cannot come. It's a 40th birthday. I hope it's a surprise party. I hope she doesn't listen. All right. Even if she is listening, don't tell her. Okay. Or even if you're friends with her, don't tell her. It's her 40th birthday, and her man's surprising her with a full-fledged DJ party. Yeah, I'm bringing lights and karaoke and the screens, the video dance party, karaoke jam. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Wow. What if she's one of my listeners? I think I might have spoiled the surprise. What are the chances? Pretty high. Pretty high. All right. Hey, and the only reason I mentioned that, because I'm excited. I'm excited about having parties. Weddings are back. Oh, my goodness. Almost the next 2 months. Almost every Saturday, some Sundays, I'm doing weddings. I had a Thursday wedding just a couple of weeks ago at the house. That was beautiful. I mean, I had good times. Good times. I'm so stoked. I'm so glad that I still get to do this after all these years. I mean, I love it. I love it. I love playing for the people. The people need to be entertained. All right, let's get into it with CJ, Codi Jean Wallace. That's enough intro. Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell you, when I'm at the Rab, Conway, Arkansas, video dance party, karaoke jam, full bar, kitchens open, pool tables, pool tournament on Friday nights. So come on out to the Rab, Friday night, 8 p.m. till 12:30 in the a.m. Now, let's get into it with Codi Jean Wallace. I got her on Skype, so if you're listening to the audio version of this, I encourage you to check out the video version on my YouTube page, youtube.com/user/KeysDAN. Skyping Codi Jean Wallace now.
Hey, it's Dan.
Oh my goodness, CJ, Codi Jean
How are
Wallace.
you?
Well, you're in a much more comfortable spot. Anybody my loyal listener who's been around for a while knows the last time that we talked, you were in your car because that's the only way that you get away from your children's.
Well, it wasn't just them. It was a bunch of kids that day. So.
A bunch of kids. That's right. You had extra in the house. Does that happen often?
Yes. All the time.
So your house is the party house. See, yeah. I think my mom and dad, they liked it when people came over to our house because they knew where we are. I had a brother and a sister, and when people came over to our house, at least our parents could figure out, hey, I know they're safe because they're here at home. When you send them over to somebody else's house, okay, the good part of that is that you get some alone time, some mommy daddy time, if you will. But but then the bad part is, hey, I miss my kids. But
Yeah, for sure.
Anybody that knows you, anybody that follows you, and I hope they are following you, CJ, Cody, Gene, Wallace, I don't even know what to call you, but anybody that's following you, especially following your YouTube page, because you not only put out a little bit of music, a little bit of your talents, but you open yourself up wide. You let people know that life, it can be perfectly planned, but it can hardly ever be perfect. The plan does not come out so perfectly.
That's right. Yeah. You never know. I mean, you prepare for the worst, hope for the best, I mean, and that's pretty much how it is. I mean, you just make the best of it. I mean, you try to stay positive, and, that's hard sometimes, but I mean, I have so many things that are going on since we've actually even talked last time. We have all kinds of stuff going on, and I'm super excited. Like, I hadn't been sharing as much lately just because I kind of hit this rise and silence deal, and so been working on different things, and actually have a foundation in the works. Beyond Settling, Underdog Rising. That's going to be a major deal. We're excited. Pretty much it is just because you come from, whether it be poverty or whatever, it doesn't matter your race, anything like that. It should not matter. A child should not be told that they cannot chase their dream because of money. And so where I'm at on that, and where I had a paper, but where I am on that is, well, then let's not tell them no. Let's do what we have to do as, adults, as we're still chasing our dreams, which I'll get to that in a minute. I have something to, don't let me forget, anyway, so that is where Beyond Settling comes from. And there's people that are wanting to, get together with it, and it's going to be a great deal. We're going to have a talent show coming up. I'll keep everybody posted on that, but yeah, I'm excited, and I'll probably be in the studio tomorrow.
Well, CJ, what I was, I did put on the side, underneath your name, if anybody's watching the video version of this, you'll see I put Underdog Rising, because I wanted to remind myself, what does that mean? And you just said Beyond Settling. So I'm not sure, should I name it Beyond Settling or Underdog Rising? And what does that mean to you? I really want to get into this because, people that help people, that's what we're supposed to be doing on this planet. You help yourself, you get yourself straight, you get your life straight, which, some people don't even achieve that part. So keep on trying, keep on getting your life straight, But then once you get your life in order, help somebody else. It could be a spouse, it could be a child of your own. But, you make concentric circles out into the community and further out as your abilities become, your resources become larger and larger. And that's, it seems like that's what you want to do. But tell me, should I have Underdog Rising or Beyond Settling? And tell me what's the difference between the two.
Well, Beyond Settling is pretty much going to be, like the foundation stuff that I'm putting together as the founder of it. It's going to be Beyond Settling. It's Underdogs Rising. Beyond Settling is, and you've probably heard me say before, I love my haters because, I'm coming out of the same place that they're still at, they fuel my fire. And I go to bed at night, and I'll say a prayer for them or whatever. But it's the want to do more, the knowing that you are, coming from and not being the statistic that was put on you as a child. You're coming from what everybody else would never imagine. You have the courage to build. You have the courage to step into someone else's shoes or to do things that people wouldn't even imagine, that's what it is. Beyond Settling. It's it's not stopping at being mediocre or not stopping and just settling and being content. It's following your dreams and being happy with what you're doing with your life. So anyway, that's beyond settling. And hey, I am an underdog rising.
Okay, you even have it tattooed to your skin. You took the time to,
how do you,
to recognize.
I don't know which way. There we go.
Oh, I see it. I see it. And I hope that the people that are watching the video can see it. I can make that out. But you've dedicated your life to the underdogs, to the people that the never words and the never will be's. I think that's the way I heard it in a it was Rocky V, and there was the promoter that was kind of a Don King wannabe. He says, the never was and the never will be's. I fight for the for the underdogs, and he really wasn't. But I want you to, man, I like this. I like that you're helping people out.
Since we're audio adrenaline, it's Christian, the song Underdog.
Okay.
And then Alicia Keys Underdog.
Okay.
People, both of those. Hey, and it all ties in together. I'm actually doing a remake of one of them. Y'all find that out later. But it's like, it's supporting each other, helping these kids. Me and my daughter are going to record a song together. And
wait a minute, how old's your daughter now?
9. My oldest is 9.
9. And you're putting her in the studio, putting a mic in front of her. When did you figure out, can she sing or can she rap? Because people that, if they haven't figured it out yet, you can do both, Well,
and it's funny you say that. The other day I was like, you know what? I ain't a rapper. I just got a story to tell. And I got attitude doing it. So,
but that's just it. That's what a rap is. A rap is a storyteller, and you're just putting it to rhythm. You could be a poet. I think the what is the slam poets? It's just a step to the side from a rapper being a slam poet, getting up at the coffee shop and telling a story in poetry style. You just put a backbeat on it, put a nice a track on it. I know there's a lot of producers out there that sell their beats, but you put a CJ Codi Gene Wallace poetic story to a little beat, and now you got a rap.
Yeah. I've gotten a couple beats from some pretty good talented people. Big Will, he's awesome. And then Street Hustle, CG. I mean, hey, I hadn't been able to be in the studio like I was and stuff like that, but I'm about to get back into it. I've been trying to figure out how to do it on my own, but man, I might need to leave that to somebody else. But anyway,
anybody with $1,000 or so, and that sounds like a lot to a lot of people. Hey, $1,000 can mean the whole world to some people. But if you have $1,000, you can get yourself a good mic. You can get yourself a good mic. You can get yourself a good mixer, an interface for your computer, and you can have it. You can get it done. You can make at least the ability to make a demo, a mixtape, but you can't do it all by yourself. You can get to this level. You can get to SoundCloud DJ, SoundCloud rapper, SoundCloud musician. But to get to the next level, you need a little bit of help. So where's the studio? Is it in Manila or is it in Jonesboro, Arkansas? Where's that studio that you've been hanging out at?
Just 1 second.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Let them in.
I love that life is happening. No.
Yeah, it's cool. We there will be a studio in Manila one day.
Okay. Well, tell me what studio. Give a shout out to the people that are helping you out right now. What is that studio that you're going to?
Street Hustle. See, Claude Harper in Jonesboro, and then me and Skits Pro, Patrick Salisbury. Hey, we're working on Monsters in My Mind. We're gonna finish that up soon, get that out. I mean, we can play some snippets of those too, or whatever if you want to, but we don't have to. But anyway, they're gonna be pretty cool. So I got Raised on Country, which is a country song, and then I got Monsters in My Mind, two totally different styles. It kind of shows you how I am. But I mean, it's just, I love to write. I mean, I have all kinds of stuff. Once I get going, I ain't gonna stop,
Well, that's what fascinates me about you. Ever since I've met you, you don't limit yourself. You sound, all right, people go, oh, Manila, Arkansas, Jonesboro, Arkansas, she must be some kind of country gal. No. Okay, you already mentioned haters. If anybody peruses, head over to Codi Jean Wallace's YouTube. The last video that you made 7 days ago was a little snippet, a little 12-second bounce to the haters, or a little response to the haters.
Yeah.
12 seconds. I mean, I'll play it. I can play it right here.
All right.
Get a little.
My haters spin my fire. Sometimes when they get me burning with desire, they get me feeling like I never need to stop.
On a stop 24
like an open shot.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just a little snippet of what you can do. You put a beat to it. You put that poetry out there. It's a feeling that you have, and I don't even know. Is it TikTok? Is it Reels? Is YouTube the place for that? Is putting it in a story? You're having to promote yourself if you don't have anybody to promote you. But tell me why YouTube, or are there any other places that you put those kinds of content into?
Yeah, I have I picked up on Twitter quite a bit, and then I'm getting back onto TikTok again. I'm actually about to start Restream, which I'm gonna try it out. I think it goes on all kinds of different places, stuff like that. But I'm okay with the raw journey. Like, I'm okay with everybody in the world or America, whatever, hearing me mess up, because they all know that you're sitting here, it ain't perfect, right off the bat. But speaking of hard work and stuff like that, I do want to give a shout out to somebody real quick, if you don't mind. So I was at the library today, and I saw this.
Okay, Joe Bateman.
Can you see it?
Joe Bateman, country music star on the rise. Who is Joe Bateman to you?
Woo! Hey, Joe he is a really nice guy. Him and his wife, they're good people. He is the one that did that benefit for my brother after he had that accident in Paragould. I mean, his performance is awesome, man. He's, anyway, so yeah, it's a pretty cool deal. I'm super proud of him. Shout out Joe Bateman. Man, hey, keep going. Keep going.
Well, here you are. You're helping people out. Here we're on this podcast to help you to promote yourself, to get you in order. And what you want to do, your first idea, your first thought is to help somebody else. You're a helper.
Well, I saw this and I was like, huh. So I seen a message and I was like, hey man, I picked up a couple more of these in case you need one. And he was like, where do you find that? I ain't been able to find any. I said, in Manila. I said, I got you too. So anyway, but it's supporting each other. Like, I support people that I don't really, put their music on my playlist,
Uh-huh.
but their drive and stuff like that is something else. So yeah, I'll retweet their stuff or whatever,
retweet, share on a Facebook. It's free, and it gets a little more eyeballs on those people. Now, I know that I'm talking about social media. It's, it can be stressful to a lot of people, but nowadays, promoters won't even look at you. Agents won't even look at you unless you got so many followers. It's the nature of the business as it is now. A record company won't even touch you unless you already got 10,000 followers on your Instagram, or on your TikTok. Have you run into that?
Well, I mean, they banned. So I had made a post before the 4th of July that whenever I reached 500 subscribers on YouTube, my kids were going to pie me in the face. Pie me in the face.
Pie in the face. Classic.
I mean, that's the way I was thinking. I mean, most of us normal folks would. Anyway, next thing I know, I'm banned. My account's going to be deleted in 30 days and all that. 30 days they deleted it. And then another one, so I'm having to restart Facebook and everything, and I had almost 5,000 people just on Facebook.
Well, see,
and so,
I think that's the human factor in there. You have these Facebook, and I'm not going to pick just on Facebook, but the people that work for social media, they're trying to get these pictures and the posts that are going to be questionable, and they have to determine who's wrong, who's right. I think Twitter might be one of the most last bastions of freedom, but even as it is, they cancel people as well. I mean, most famously, the president a few years ago got canceled, but hey, who knows? Was he saying something wrong? Was he saying something right? I'm no one to judge, but
right.
If they put these platforms out there for you to have your freedom to tell tell what things like you tell the truth the way you see it, or tell things, the stories the way you want to be to tell them. And then you may get banned. You may get canceled. What is all that?
I don't know, man. They don't like some of our perspectives. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at least, I don't know. They're trying to do their job. It is what it is, Well, if we have to pick back up at the bottom, that's okay.
All right, you're trying to thrive and survive. My brother, he's on TikTok, and he's doing very well. He does a news in 3 minutes. He'll tell you like these little news snippets about what's going on in the world, mostly the war in Ukraine right now, what's happening. And he's got over 100,000 subscribers for him,
really?
And that's fantastic. But TikTok, if you scroll through it, it's mostly girls jiggling their boobs, or shaking their butts, which I love. I got no problem with that. I'm a fan of the female form, but it hurts that's what gets the most views. Is that something you have to do? I know that you have kids to feed, you have a roof to put over their heads, but should you have to?
I feel like, what do you mean? As far as shaking your booty and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, whatever you want.
I shook my booty. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah.
But, I don't do that to anywhere, or if that was the case, I would have already recorded several songs for this dude in Nashville, just being honest.
Okay.
But, no, I don't want to be that, for this second. Hey, girls. My bad. So anyway, I think that whatever it is, my opinion on that. If you do, like the conversation we've had before about the OnlyFans and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
And as a independent person and stuff like that, sometimes it's hard to accept help, especially whenever. Hold on just a second. Hey, y'all, come here. This is my oldest. This is the one that's going in the studio with me. Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. 9 years old and already singing with mom. That's fantastic. That's good. That's one way to bring a family together, is to get into the studio, sing songs, enjoy yourselves. What else do you like to do besides singing with your family?
Doing what?
Doing what? Art.
Yeah, I like painting and all that.
Painting. Watercolors, oil. What's your medium?
Just regular paint.
All of them.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I'm so impressed. I mean, hey, this is real life with Codi Jean Wallace. She's got her girls with her.
Here's my youngest.
That's fantastic. Beautiful. You did good. You made 3 beautiful girls. You did that.
This is my boyfriend's daughter behind the right there.
All right.
I had 2.
Well, now you have 3, right?
Yeah.
And 4 and 5.
got a
They're
bunch
just
of
popping out of the they're popping out of the woodwork. What keeps happening?
But all right. All right. We'll go back down there. Be careful going downstairs. Anyway, so yeah, Jeannie's gonna go with me. She's been working on a song. I feel like, I always say, was I don't want to be a one-man band. I don't want to be a Rolling Stone alone. Well, hey, I don't have to be alone because my daughter will do it with me.
Well, you got pipes. I don't know you were singing somebody else's song, but you have your own songs out there. I know we talked a little bit about what was going on, and what was going to be happening in the future. Well, here it is, the future, and things are happening. You have this foundation
definitely.
That's coming up, Beyond Settling. Is that the name of the foundation, Beyond Settling?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And is that in the works?
Well, that is just an all around. I mean, that's not just my music. I mean, I'm blogging, I'm writing, I'm doing all kinds of stuff, but it's all beyond settling because, I am not going to stop it where everybody else wants me to stop or do what everybody else wants me to do. I'm not going to do it. That was my problem for a long time, and I might do things the hard way sometimes, but if it's up to everybody else, heck, my mom, I love her to death. And a lot of things she says, she's right. But she says, CJ, you need to quit. You need to just quit, with the rapping kind of stuff, She's not a fan of it. And I mean, that's okay. I love you anyway. Next rap. It's a rap.
It's a rap. No.
Love you, Mom. Love you, Leslie Posey.
Well, you'll find that moms, a lot of times, they do say a lot of things that are right because they've been around at least 20 years longer than we have. Most of the time people have kids when they're, somewhere around 20. Maybe 18, 19, 20, somewhere in there, and they've had that much more experience. So they've been there and they've done that. They've tried it to follow their dreams, and some of them, come to fruition, but most of them will fail, but I think I take it from NASA whenever you don't say failure, you say it's your first attempt at success. And I've had a lot of attempts at success, and you've had a lot of attempts at success, and it's there. The ring is there, the brass ring. You're reaching for it, you're grasping for it, and you've had some success. People do hire you out to be a singer, and people do hire you out for certain things, right?
Yeah, and I hadn't been doing a whole lot of that here lately, just because, school started and, everything else. But I'm going to be at the Chili Cook-Off here in Manila on the 29th. And then I was at Tammy's Tavern in Paragould last, and, little things like that. But I have some things coming up. Now, not this weekend because I'm going to Wisconsin. But yeah, I am getting things going, and I do plan on, hopefully one day being able to, sing with I don't know, Jelly Roll, Seth Anthony, Marina Lambert. I think that me and Seth Anthony, you need to look him up if you hadn't. I think that me and him could make some good music because our views on in the way that we write and stuff's a lot alike. But anyway.
Well, I mean, it sounds like life gets in the way. It's you have motherhood. That's like your first job. That's your first responsibility. but the dream of making music, whatever kind of music you want. Sorry, Mom. Whatever creative juices flow through that brain, be it a country song, a rap song, a gospel song, a rock and roll song. You have the pipes that you can bend. Your voice can bend to anything that your will desires. You know, you've been gifted with this voice, and you've been developing this voice for years. I see nothing but great things. I love that you want to help people, but I want you to help yourself, and I want you to sing. And I'm glad that you're going to the studio, and I'm glad that you're getting your daughter involved. That's a way to keep families together, because I see that family's important to you. I mean,
yeah, for sure. And that's another thing is, you know, I am getting, you know, I'm focusing, and I love helping people and stuff like that, and I still will, but you know, a lot of times it'll kick you down, you know, because that's just the way it is. And so, yeah, there's going to be great things happening. You know, I'm trying to do the good medium between mom and a good girlfriend, because I'm newly with somebody and all this good stuff, you know. And so I'm like, man, I just want to go to the studio or whatever, you know. And I'm like, anyway, so it's coming. There's great things coming. So that's all I have to say.
Well, I mean, you let that slip that you have a boyfriend, okay?
Yeah.
It's a boyfriend to a single mom. It's a very, it's an important thing. You cannot, oh my gosh, was it Boomerang where Martin Lawrence was saying, shoplift the booty? What is it? Don't shoplift the pootie. You got to be serious if you're going with a single mom, because that is a responsibility that you're taking. Does it seem, and you say that it's brand new, does it seem like he's an upstanding guy? It seems like he's heading in the right direction?
Yeah, I'm just hard to love. No, I mean, not even that. It's just, you know, whenever you've been through life and stuff like that, you just want to take it slow and, you know, take it easy on yourself first and foremost. Actually, the kids first on that, you know, and all that. That's the main thing is, you know, the kids, you don't want them getting hurt. Hey, you've already been through it. You can do it again, you know. Yeah. But, yeah, so, I mean, hey, we're happy. Like, you know, just go with the flow.
Well, relationships are tough anyway. But, you know, if you've got kids, he's got kids, you've been through situations before, you've been down, you've been hurt. You've gone through breakups, you know, be it death, desertion, divorce. You know, you've been through breakups. The game playing probably should be minimalized if you have that in the past, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, you're older, you're wiser, and these are things that I suspect will come out as a Codi Jean Wallace songs. They'll be either poems or poetry or put to a beat. You know, they'll become the muse for future projects. This is what I'm guessing.
Yeah, and hey, I am pretty much, you know, dang near anything that happens in life you can write a song about. I don't care if it's about that sandwich you just ate, or she broke a bottle of wine this time. No, she didn't know what to do. Don't you know, boy, all she thinks about is you.
Putting chills down my spine. I mean, you know, we have the family in the background. I hear life happening. We have a little slice of life. This is exactly what your YouTube page is. It's all about you and your family, you know, just slices of life. It's not perfect, but it's perfect enough for you. It makes you happy. I see smiles on your face. And then I've also seen sadness as well. I've seen tears in your eyes. But this is what you care to share with the world. And I appreciate that, Codi Jean.
Thank you, Dan.
Okay, but you said you had other things that you wanted to talk about. You talked about the foundation that's coming soon. You got music that's coming out. I sent you the wrong email address. I put an extra K in front of KeysDAN. So sadly, I didn't get the music. Hopefully, I get it soon. And if I get the full tracks, I'll put them on radiowhat.com, because that, it cost me very minimal to put your song on my radio station, and hopefully it gets more eyes. And I want people that are listening to this, my loyal listener, to go and visit with Codi Jean. And if you're on social media, put a share on it, put a like on it, make sure other eyeballs can see it, because we're supposed to be helping each other, right?
Right. Yeah. I don't know why, but it seems like people just don't share very often. All you gotta do is push that button.
Yeah. And that doesn't cost much. It costs a split second, and you've put a few more eyeballs. Well, let's talk about your photography. The people that are taking pictures of you. The one that I'm really appreciating is one that you posted up September 25th on your Facebook. It's you sitting on top of a white box in a black shirt with the guitar behind you. Tell me about that photo shoot, and is there more of that?
Yeah, actually, I'm booking probably one within the next couple of weeks. We're going to do some different stuff. He is an amazing guy. He's funny and just fun to work with, in Memphis,
Okay.
And he's awesome. And so I plan on doing a lot more, and really soon. So, and the thing about it is, somebody asked me, they were like, so do you like to wear, I was talking to a production studio that does aerial videos, and they were like, so do you like to wear boots and dresses or shorts? And I'm like, I'll love it. I'll be in heels or boots or tennis shoes or bare feet.
Well, you're not only a creator of music and poetry and poems and such, but you're also in fashion, so to speak. Because, yes, I already said that I admire the female form. And you're wearing that simple black shirt, and it's showing you off so well. And then in another picture, you're wearing like a basketball jersey with the high heels and the fishnet stockings. And that's fantastic. You're showing off the form, the beauty that is you. How do you stay in shape? Do you have an exercise regiment, or is this natural? Are you one of those people that maybe I do hate because you stay in great shape without having to do anything? Or do you have an exercise regiment?
Well, let me tell you, after Bad Vine, I have been on a diet. I have not been drinking sodas. I hardly eat starch. I need a Snickers and a Mountain Dew so bad. But because I was, like we all have our own, it's not that I did not like the video, because I love the video, but I was like, you know what? My next one is going to be fire.
Yeah.
And I feel better whenever I'm, about this way, and stuff. And so I just try to eat healthy and stuff. Watch the salts, sugar. I actually like the diet green tea. The diet is the best. Yeah. And then water, all the time.
Well, you have these girls that are looking up to you, and you're setting an example for them. You're already giving them the don't quit, follow your dreams, follow your goals. That's something that they're looking at you. Get on a podcast, get an interview. Try to get your name out there. That's a way that you're showing them that mama don't quit. And you shouldn't quit either. And whatever dreams you have, whatever goals you have, follow them. And then your tips on staying in shape. That's great. I wish I would have stayed away from sugary substances my whole life, because I've been battling weight. The only thing that tears it off of me, and I know people say it's bad for my knees, but running. When I was running 5 miles a day, that's the only way that the weight came off, and I was in some kind of semblance of shape. But you're saying that you do it on diet mostly alone.
I mean, no, I mean, I exercise and stuff like that. I actually, me and my boyfriend was working out one day and he was like, you don't need to stretch. So I didn't. And then I hurt my back and I was down for a week. I was like, oh my gosh. But I mean, you just gotta, soda is really, I mean, that is a lot of, and then we don't drink a whole lot. I mean, we drink beer, but not a whole lot or anything. So you don't have that, that's a big thing too. But I mean, yeah, you just gotta find what works for you.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to drink water, okay, but I don't like the taste of water. I have to have something in it, so I'm on a Crystal Light kick. Hey, Crystal Light, sponsor me now, okay?
Yeah.
Crystal Light iced tea, mix it with some Crystal Light lemonade, and I make myself, Arnold Palmer's, which is half iced tea and half lemonade. So that's my drink, and I do stay away from sodas myself. But like I said, I've been battling weight my whole life. But I wonder, your exercise regimen. And I'm going to say it for you. Bad boyfriend. Stretch. You have to stretch. Get yourself limber. Get yourself warmed up before you start lifting weights. But it's good that you have a boyfriend to exercise with. It's good that you have a partner that exercises with you. Because, when I'm with my wife and we were exercising together, that was a great time. That was a wonderful time, and that's good. Another way to bring families together is exercise together, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I hurt my back, and then he hurt his shoulder, so we worked out just fine.
Oh, you're down. You're down in front of the TV. No, okay, but
I mean, he plays guitar. He practices every day. I've been practicing, not as much as I should, but I have. And, but yeah, he likes music too and stuff. So.
Well, for making music, you have to have a quiet space. This space that you're in right now, you can half monitor the children, but you really, it's not conducive to making music. I know you want to make yourself a little studio. Hey, a lot of kids put their studio right there in a corner of their bedroom, and they make perfectly good music. But you do have to have that quiet space. But I do like the design of your place. It's got 2 levels. It looks like a loft that you're looking over, which is great. Yeah. And that's there in Jonesboro. So, you got a nice place to live, right?
We're Manila, but.
You went back to Manila then.
Yeah. Manila's my hometown.
Yes.
I'm actually going to be interviewing one of the candidates for mayor coming up. And so that's going to be pretty cool. So y'all look out for that. I will post my links and all that. That's going to be interesting. I'm, pretty excited.
I did try to look for that. When I looked at your link tree, you did have a place that had your Anchor .fm Codi Gene 21, and when I tried to go to that site, it didn't let me get there. Tell me you got deleted from there as well. Oh no, I got it. Okay, it opened up now. Okay, I have it.
Well, so, I have Codi because I've been picking up on it lately, back up and learning everything, how to edit, blah, blah, blah. So there'll be a lot kind of going at one time, and then so that I can keep a consistency, But that's going to be pretty interesting. That will be on podcast. That'll be live. That'll be on YouTube, everything. And there's several other things coming as well as far as that goes. It's interesting to me to learn about other people, ways of life, put myself in their shoes kind of. So anyway,
well, I'm so excited that you started a podcast at Codi Gene by Codi Wallace, and it covers everything from personal views, life, laughs, tears, and more. Right now, you have about 5 little episodes, little snippets. 8 minutes, 3 minutes long. The shortest one is about 1 minute 12. Just a little thought. Was it a little thought for the day? I haven't taken a listen to it yet.
Well, there's another one too. And that link will be posted just because I kind of decided to keep them separate. I don't know why, but whenever I post all this, it'll be, so that there's not just 1 minute and 2 minutes, like you'll have a full, because I didn't really know what I was doing, still don't. I'm just, I'm making it work. But anyway, so it's just going to cover everything. I mean, hey, from the streets to the church pews, Well, I mean, whatever.
Well, sometimes all you need is a little 2 or 3 minutes. Like I said, my brother, 100,000 followers on TikTok with his little 3-minute news. I think it's called News for Thought. So shout out to my brother, Kenneth Hughes. But he's doing great, and it's only little 3 minutes. He keeps them to 3 minutes. So maybe if all you got is 3 minutes, and put it all together. Yeah. I tried to separate the What Makes You Famous, the KeysDAN Show, the What Makes You Smarter. I find that I put it all in one place, the KeysDAN Show. You could put it all in one place. Codi Jean, it's one-stop shop. Get your thoughts. You maybe get good interviews, maybe a little bit of music every once in a while. I'm putting you on my podcast feed right after we get off of this. And I'm excited to learn even more about Codi Jean Wallace, CJ. Now, do people call you CJ or Codi Jean or Miss Wallace, or what's the thing they call you the most?
Well, CJ.
CJ. That's who your
more
mom
and more
call
people
you?
are starting to call me Codi. Now that I'm older and stuff, I guess. But and then Facebook, they'll be like Codi, so that's how they call me. And so, yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird when some people call me Codi. I'll be like, if you've never called me Codi, don't do it now. But hey, I answered I mean, whatever. Codi Jean, CJ, it's, it is what it is. I mean, I'll answer all of it. That's why I put the CJ with the Codi Jean, because there's some people that don't have any idea. I mean, I grew up here my whole life, and there's some people that don't even know my name was Codi.
Well, that's the thing about this social media thing. It's branding. You have to pick one thing and brand it. I'm from the Florida Keys. My name's Dan, KeysDAN. Even though I'm here in Arkansas, KeysDAN will follow me because there's 1 million pages out there, literally 1 million pages that I designed myself that have KeysDAN on top of them. So you're building the Codi Jean Wallace empire. You have to decide whether it's going to be CJ, Codi Jean, because very few people can be Lil Wayne and Lil Weezy, same person. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, same person. Very few people can do that.
I can do that song, Whoop-Dee. Whoop-Dee by CJ. Whoop-Dee, come outside, it's a movie. Blue Cheese. Anyway, I love that song, but I've thought about that really, I mean, as a country, like I remember Dan, man, this guy named Dan, and he lives in Mansfield, Texas, and he used to come to the casino all the time whenever I was dealing, and he was like, you know what, you remind me of a country singer, a country star. And he was like, Codi Jean Wallace. And so anyway, I mean, I love country music, but I like more than just country. But, the way I see it is, even if I do go with Codi Jean, hey, my family and stuff like that call me CJ, and that's all that matters.
Well, I mean, and I know artists have done that. Snoop Dogg, he primarily does rap, but then he said, hey, I want to do reggae, and changed his name to Snoop Lion. And then was it Garth Brooks said, I want to do some interesting pop songs. Let's go Chris Gaines. How about you don't limit yourself? And I think Beyonce even has an alter ego. Is it? I can't even remember. But I guess there is a way to keep things separate. But I just think it's so complicated. I want to build one brand. If you want to find out about me, it's KeysDAN. If you want to find out about you, it's Codi Jean Wallace. Put that in your Google search. You're going to pop up, and I want people to find you, because that's how you, okay, yes, you can make music for yourself, and it ain't about the money, but, to sustain yourself, and you got kids to, not only yourself to feed, but kids to feed, It is about the money sometimes, you know?
Yeah, and hey, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Like I mean, it ain't all about the money. I could, because if that was the case, I could have done something a lot faster. But this has always been my dream, and I was so, I wasn't who I am now. Like now I could talk to the fly on the wall and make conversation for days. But I mean, used to, I was shy and everything else, and like I just didn't feel like I was good enough. But who is? I mean, there might be 50 million people that don't like your stuff, and then 50 million that do. Don't worry about it. Then don't worry about it. That's my piece of advice to anybody that is trying to do something. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks. Worry about you, because when you look in the mirror, you ain't looking at them. It's the reflection of yourself that you see. Can you stand in the mirror and be happy with what you see?
Well, Codi Jean, you did give hint to it. You've had troubles in the past. If anybody wants to know about that, listen to the podcast that we did before. We kind of went into it, but I did wear my my Got Bail shirt in honor of your past. I got this shirt for free from First Arkansas Bail Bonds. So if you got any troubles out there, if you get put in the slammer, give them a call. Get bailed out.
Yeah. Hey, and I was talking about the other night how I was extradited on false charges. And if it was all about the money, I could have went right across that street, and I could have had everything that man owned. But anyway, no names, ain't gonna do that. But it's a small town, Manila. It ain't hard to find out. But it was very, dirty the way he did and everything else. But I'm not that person, I was just ready to get back to my '93 Chevy.
Hey, look,
I was only 18 at the time, so.
Well, I'm glad you're getting on the path. Whether you read the Bible or not, there is that passage that make sure you keep on the narrow path and try to keep your nose clean. You go to the left or you go to the right, you're gonna get squashed. Just stay down the middle. Just try to get down that narrow path. The problem is that path gets narrower and narrower. And I can't limit myself. I like to step to the right or to the left sometimes. It's hard to stay in the middle, stay down that path. But hey, you're doing it. You're doing it day by day, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yes, I believe in God. I don't read the Bible like I should, but that, I mean, I will never deny it.
Yeah, you're the underdog. A Christian soldier, if you will. I've been searching for faith myself. I guess if people say they're spiritual, I'm a searcher. Elvis was a searcher. I think he was reading a search for the face of Jesus when he was in the toilet on that fateful day. So I guess I'm a searcher.
Well, I mean, I had a totally different perspective on the way that I would even see things, whenever I'd read or whatever. And then, like and I'm not going to get into it and all that, really far, but, there's parts of it. And I was talking to somebody the other day, this guy that was having, just different thoughts and stuff. And he was like, I feel like it was talking about me, like in stories and stuff that he's reading. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, it feels like that, but you explain it to some people, they think you're crazy, and you listen to my podcast, you'll hear about all kinds of things that have happened and stories and just everything, some music videos. There will be some actual true live footage from different things that have happened, body cams, stuff like that. Will be in the video. It's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, y'all I'm full of ideas, and like weird stuff. So
Well, I mean, we've only scratched the surface, really. I mean, I suspect there's going to be a part 3 and part 4 as time progresses. I want you to come back on this podcast anytime. And who's helping you make the videos?
well, Patrick, Skits Pro, Memphis, he did Badline. I am talking to Apex Productions in Jonesboro, and I may be, getting with them on some stuff coming up. I'm not sure, I never really know. I mean, it just depends. I mean, everybody's timing and just what we want to do. I mean, you never know what you're going to run across. You pray for open doors open,
Well,
so.
Cody Jean, I mean, I love music, but I'm of the MTV generation. I like the videos. Whenever I'm DJing at the clubs, I'll put up music videos. Whenever I'm doing weddings or parties, I'll always have a screen set up, to put music videos up. It adds that visual. And people have to, hey, not everybody can be as good looking as you and be on a video. But even if you're ugly, like me, I could be in a music video. But I don't know how to sing, so that's my limitation.
Hey, you can lip sync.
Hey, I could be Milli
One
Vanilli.
of my songs on.
Ba, 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 baby. I can be Milli Vanilli. Don't forget my number.
Ice, baby.
Oh. Hey, Vanilla Ice didn't lip sync. He had solid raps. I know he's
No,
from
you should really sing that song.
He did. And he sang it in so many different ways. He sang it in country. He sang it in metal. He has rung that one song for all it's worth. I'll tell you. And it's good. If you get that one song that makes you $1 million, I think you're okay. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, but I just want to. That would be cool. That would be pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie.
Or if you make 1 million songs that make you $1 each, hey, that's fine too.
Hey, that's yeah.
And then you still have $1 million.
Everything counts.
Yeah, that's right. All right, my friend, CJ, Codi Jean Wallace. So good to have you here. I know you got to get back to your family. I've been listening to them.
Yeah.
They're down there getting all rambunctious. They're saying, "Where's my mama?" Oh, she's up there on the podcast.
They're about to go to bed.
Well, all right.
Like I said, always a pleasure.
Yes,
Thank
like
you.
I said, I don't want this to be the last time. If there's any other shout outs you want to give, do them right now, and then we'll close this thing up.
All right. I got off here the last time, man, and I was like, man, I should have gave all these people a shout out. So, you know who you are. I have learned one thing is that people don't stick around. Don't let them come around whenever you are starting to go somewhere. My circle is actually very small. Street hustle. Hey, all of them are so supportive and everything. And I have a group that is just supportive. Some people in Texas, in different states, that I've never met, that stay on top of my stuff. My mom, she's supportive, believe it or not. It's just pretty much, my family, my kids, John Holloway, I think about him, he passed away, but I think about John Holloway Productions, how he would just send me these little messages and like, hey, you're doing good. Keep going. Don't give up, and, one person that is always David Whitaker. That's a buddy of mine in Memphis. Anyway, he's pretty much tried to go to all my shows and stuff, but he's always supportive, CG, my family, my boyfriend, just, hey, Buttercup Lane. I'm just going to say that. No, but all these people on this road and in this town, they support me, from what I know, and I don't know.
Well, you're making Manila, Arkansas proud, just doing what you do.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm glad to know you. And I know that other people got to feel the same way. and I want to see you succeed. I see nothing but success, and keep doing it. Keep following your dreams. I always finish these things off with last words for the people. This could be the words to live by, something you heard a long time ago, or just whatever pops into your head at this moment in time. Codi Jean Wallace, CJ, Beyond Settling, Underdog. Give the last words for the people. Go.
Love you guys. Thank you for all your love and support. It's endless. It's amazing. And hey, we are underdogs rising, and we are beyond settling.
Well, there you have it, party people. Codi Jean Wallace, the amazing Codi Jean Wallace. She takes care of herself. She takes care of her kids, takes care of her man, and she's attempting to take care of the community and beyond, helping people helping people. Follow your dreams. Don't limit yourself. Beyond settling. Don't settle. Go beyond settling. The underdog. Oh, I love it. I love it. Codi Jean Wallace, all the best to you. All the links are below in the description. Make sure you find Codi Jean Wallace on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and, Talent House, Amazon, Spotify. Yes, and find her LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn. Does anybody really use LinkedIn? I know that it's supposed to be for professionals. Get suited up, get all suited up, and go get yourself a professional job. LinkedIn. There's my little spokesman for LinkedIn. No. So Codi Jean Wallace, thanks again for being on the podcast, the What Makes You Famous show. That is it for this edition of What Makes You Famous. Now, if you, yes, you, my loyal listener, if you'd like to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call, 501-470-6386, or email keysdan@aol.com. That's it for me. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.